Alright guys, so here's our first, well not first, but our first back at it with the challenge of the Elders solo player guide. This one is for the Hunter. If you need the Warlock or Titan, look in the description box down below, and as soon as I get those done, I will have those available for your viewing. So look down in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get into the modifiers and our setup. Alright guys, so don't forget you do have to go to Varix and get your ticket, but once you do, you can enter it, and it is Berserk, Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Chafe, player rares is disabled, and melee kill bonus, melee kills are worth more points. So, we are using Gunslinger. This is pretty much our setup right here. And we got this just because it has Army of One, quick unassisted kills with this weapon reduced grenade and melee countdown. Going for those melee kills. And Gallahorn, of course, and a sniper. Alright, so as far as subclass goes, we're using Gambler's Dagger, gain additional throwing knife, just in case you miss one. Scavenger, picking up ammo reduces the cooldown of your grenade and throwing knife, in case you miss one and you want to go for headshots. Knife Juggler, precision kills with throwing knife immediately resets its cooldown, which again, more throwing knives, more often. It's awesome. And then the rest of this stuff doesn't matter, you can do whatever you want. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the guide. Alright, so first one is the Pilot Servitor. Very easy. What you want to do is just pretty much stay here and throw your throwing knives at the head if you can hit them, because the reason you're using throwing knives and we're using Gunslinger is because when you hit a headshot kill with the throwing knife, it will not only give you the melee kill bonus that you want for the additional points, but it also gives you precision kill. So you want both of those just to max out your points. But as you can see, you just pretty much want to stay up here. You don't really want to be doing that, but it's our first week back. And just be careful, you don't want to get surrounded like that. But pretty much just stay here, throw your knives, hit them as hard as you can. You know, pretty much this is your safe area. If you have to, and you will probably have to with melee kills, chase these guys around. Just be very careful, because the Pilot Servitor drops these little mines, and they will hurt you a lot. So just be very careful of that. And yeah, pretty much what you want to do is kill all the ads and then start working on the boss. That way you don't miss any ads in the respawn section. But that's what Gallahorn is for if you need it. Make sure you definitely melee the shanks, because regular kills are only worth 25 points in this first round, and you definitely want that 75. So make sure you don't do what I just did, pretty much. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up so you can see pretty much what I'm doing, and then we'll get into the second boss. Alright, so one thing you want to do is you want to make sure you melee kill each boss just to get those bonus points. I don't do that at all in this entire run. My mistake, but yeah, just FYI. Alright, so if you watch my old challenge builder guides, you'll kind of know how I like to personally run this, and that is killing this first wave of ads as quickly as possible, and then just focusing on the major scions, the ones that give them the shield. So if you're not familiar with this boss, after a certain amount of time, he has 3 major scion flares that will give him an overshield, and he is invulnerable to all attacks. He is, you know, undamageable, to put it plainly, I guess. So what you want to do is you'll see he activates the solar flare. So then you have to kill the solar flare to get rid of the solar shield, and then the arc, and then the void. It's completely random. It's not going to be in that order specifically, but so just keep an eye out on either the bottom left-hand corner, of your screen, or just check out his shield. But anyways, what I like to do is just kill everything in the room, and then solely focus on the flares. So kill this entire wave, kill the one sound flare that you need to kill first, maybe do a little bit of damage on the boss, but not very much, not enough to start the next wave, and then kill the next flare, and then just wait for it only takes about 15 or so seconds, it seems like, to get the next boss or the next flare to activate. So just kill all 3 and then start doing your damage on the boss. So as you can see here, you really want to use your throwing knives against the scions, and when it comes to the phalanxes, do whatever it takes to kill them, because they're not going to be flinching. You're not going to have a good eyesight to their head, and they're very hard to melee, so just kill them best you can. There we go. And then, so as long as you get the throwing knife kills on the scions, you should be just fine. So don't worry about the missed points on all the phalanxes. I think there's only about 6 of them each wave. So other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and speed this one up so you can see how I do, and then we'll get on to the next one. Also, one thing I forgot to mention before you ask, safe spots. There are 2. You see me up on one. It's pretty much the far left and the far right side, and you want to be up on top of that ridge area, that kind of Lion King mountain looking thing. You want to be up top of that, shooting down below, or you can come up back here and to the far left side, I believe it is, when you first walk through the door, and that gives you like a little fenced in area that you can kind of peek in and out, and some enemies will follow you in there, but you should be able to. And then pretty much just circle around the map. You'll see me do that a lot in this sped up bit. Alright, so this boss is probably one of my favorites in the Challenge of Elders, but it is very difficult to get precision throwing knife kills on the Vex, so don't really worry about that. Just get them down to about half health if you're 400 light. If you're lower than that, which you probably are, maybe 2/3 if you can get it that far low, and then go ahead and just smack them. I found it's a lot easier to just shoot their heads off and then smack them. I also like to jump up, so they have a. It kind of seemed like they were damaging me less often and to less of amount when I was running up to them, jumping above them, and stabbing them. So maybe try that if you're having a little bit of difficulty. But when you hear this sound, you are going to want to be behind cover. If you see where it says spotted right above your super bar, you are going to get stuck in this little orb thing where you can't move and you have to kill it before, and it takes too long to it be worth trying to sneak one last kill out before you get trapped. So just stay behind cover. It's a whole lot easier than it sounds. And once you go to damage the boss, here is a really good location. As you can see, Gjallarhorn just goes right around the corner. Love it. This was my go-to spot. It's really easy to snipe right there as well, if you don't have any rockets or you're not using Gjallarhorn or whichever. But he also can't see you if you kind of sneak in behind that little corner in the opening. So keep that in mind as a little safe spot. There's also another one. If I run over to it, which I think I do right here, you'll see me right there. You can shoot through those holes and you're pretty decently safe. But other than that, guys, that is going to do it for the guide. That's about all I can think of to help you out. Just remember, stay back here. Don't go. I honestly never go to the far left or the far right, especially not in this fight. You can literally stand right here the entire time and be just fine. Just remember, you do have to be a little bit on the quick side because of the Varix is getting bored modifier thing, where he actually takes points away from you, and that will increase every time you get that little notification. So be a little on the quick side, but all you need is 30,000? Yeah, 30,000 points to get the weapon, and then you can just keep doing this and doing this and doing this as many times as it takes to get the armor piece. And they are officially dropping at up to 400 light, which is why I'm really doing this guide. So I hope this guide helps you out. If it did, hit the thumbs up button. If you have any critiques, throw them in the comment section down below. I'm always open for constructive criticism, as long as it's constructive. If you're being a douchebag, I'm probably just going to delete your comment. So keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Look down below for the Warlock and Titan videos. I will have them up no later than Thursday. And stay tuned for rewards at the end.